Now, guys, this video is for those of you that don't even know how Boko Haram started, how bandits started, how Fulani herdsmen started. This is called the Unmasking of Boko Haram, part 1. But on a serious note, most people don't even know how we got to this point. But I'm here to tell you everything that I possibly think you need to know. You can go ahead and make your research. But I'll tell you where the federal government made mistakes, where the military made mistakes, where the police made mistakes, and where citizens made mistakes. This whole insecurity thing, nobody now we start from. This thing started when President Obasanjo was the president in 2002. And it all started with this very man, Mohammed Yusuf. He was the founder of Boko Haram. This man, Mohammed Yusuf, he didn't just sit down one day and say, okay, I don't like education. I don't like the Western education. I don't like civilization. It's a sin. You can't be doing certain things in the name of civilization. They are all sin. You can't even use a phone. Now, sin. That was his belief. Not the belief of Islam. That was a personal belief. Now, most people don't even know the meaning of Boko Haram. Boko is like education, like book. Haram means sin, something that is forbidden. So the initial ideology, the initial plan, the initial thing they had was Boko Haram. Western education is forbidden in Nigeria. They don't want to make anybody for Nigeria. They practice Western education. You understand? They felt like civilization is, the holy book. The holy book is against it. Now, what this man did, he started recruiting Almajiris. Those ones too no go school, they don't even know nothing. He started making them believe that. This was in 2002. Now, Mohammed Yusuf, he was like a preacher. He studied the holy book, the Quran. So to him, this and this are wrong. We're not getting it right. Especially when it has to do with women. Women are not supposed to go to school. Women are not supposed to do this. Women are not supposed to do that. He wanted to make the whole Nigeria be an Islamic state. So he started getting boys. It was like a peaceful movement. Not be like the way Rattel or Revolutionary, Shawari or the rest start to do something different. He was like getting boys to believe that, okay, what I'm telling you is what you should do. At first, it was peaceful. That's why the government no send them. They were just preaching for streets, making people feel like this. Making people feel like what you're doing right now is wrong. But once you don't get that much of uneducated people, they started forcing their belief on other people. Now there the problem starts from. You tell somebody, say repent, for instance, the person not going to repent, you blow the person for eye. So you must repent. That was where the problem started from. He had followers. They had to move from where people did because they felt like they were too righteous. They go settle for another place for bush. They felt they were too righteous for other people. Now this in boys started forcing beliefs on people, beating people. You must not do this. You must not do that. You must do this. Because they believed in Mohammed Yusuf. Now this whole thing was going on until it became worse in 2009. They were buying people. You get that they will beat you rich, go buy. So the police had to get themselves involved. They started looking for Mohammed Yusuf, the leader. They were making arrests of some of the boys, but they were looking for the leader. Then they never even get serious sponsors. They never started to get weapons. Only God knows that they don't get them or they hide them then. But everything changed when police felt like we can't get this man. Let's involve the military. This was in 2009. So they pulled soldiers from the barrack. Now before then, you hardly see soldiers for barrack. Do you know why? Yeah, you hardly see soldiers outside the barrack. Do you know why? Soldiers are not trained to handle internal crisis. Soldiers are trained to handle external crisis. If na country and country they fight, like Nigeria and Cameroon, for Bakassi, or Nigeria and Mali, or Nigeria and another country, now you go see soldiers pull up. But then again, I'll tell you why I'll blame the federal government from the beginning. They never gave the police everything they needed to handle this first set of Boko Haram. Because waiting those police of them see for Boko Haram hand later, easy. Police not supposed, their training not supposed to be about checkpoints and searching people. Collect, then at 2020 naira they collect. I'm not trying to down talk the police. I'm just trying to, explain this thing the way it is. Police were not trained to handle. Before then, we never get that situation of Boko Haram, that kind of thing before. Apart from civil war and everything, like that situation never happened before. So I bet they not even they train the Nigerian police then how to combat that kind of situation. So it was a difficult situation. When they pull army and army arrested Mohammed Yusuf. Now, just like everything that's happening with Justice Crack, constitutionally, army no get the right to detain Mohammed Yusuf. So they did the right thing. They handed him over to the police. Now, it's left for the police to persecute him, interrogate him, get all the information necessary. But the police did otherwise, and that was the first mistake they made. They unalive him on the street. Paraded him, and this is somebody that has a lot of people under him. Nigerian police no expected there will be a reaction to that action. So they unalive him for road. Made videos of him, the video circulating as much as social media never even did. Strong like that. I was a child. I know when my father carry and they show us the picture and the video where they unalive him for road. I watched the video, but then I don't know what thing they really go on. We just watched the video my father shows for one of his small phone, one open and close Nokia like that, black phone. I remember it clearly. So then the followers got provoked and they declared war on the Nigerian police. First, the Nigerian police they declare war on. They did knock police checkpoints. The next thing, they declare war on Nigeria. Nigerian Christians, let me start from there. Nigerian Christians, because they were bombing churches. Now some imams from different mosques in the north. This was happening in Adamawa, Gombe, Bauchi, before it gets to Maiduguri, Borno State. Some imams, they know, say these things, these people they practice or try to, or what thing they do right now, really with the real, the actual practice of Islam. So for mosques, they speak against them. But information, once you talk about them, they hit you. So they started going after imams that were preaching against them. Imams, mosques, if any mosques talk about them, they will put bomb for the mosque. Kaboom! So Nigerians got confused. What these people they actually fight for? At first, everybody thinks, okay, now just Christians and thereafter. Now religious something. But they started hitting mosques, hitting imams. They will go your house, unalive you and your family. You dare not talk about them. And they were unknown. They will deal with you, you don't even know. Those first sets were so ignorant that they were brainwashed into believing that once you buy doing this, direct to heaven. So it's easy for them to wear suicide bomb vest and mingle amongst people and kaboom with them. Because they believe they are going to heaven straight. Virgins are waiting for them. So they were attacking police so bad, police were not able to fight back. They never had the weapons enough to handle Boko Haram. Then Boko Haram never even strong like how they're strong later on. Because they later get investors that invested in them. After Mohammed Yusuf was unalive, Abubakar Shekau took power. He became the new leader of Boko Haram. When police felt like this thing is impossible for us to tackle, they had to pull soldiers out from barracks. Different barracks. Mount locations for different, mount base for different places. Then Boko Haram never even started getting locations. So when they felt like soldiers don't come outside, now this is between us and the Nigerian military. They keep police aside. Those first set of Boko Haram and then get mind, they go attack military base. Most people will never understand the sacrifices soldiers made. Even before Nigerian military, by now there will be no Nigeria. Quote me anywhere. If not be for Nigerian military, if not be this, see, we all, despite the insecurity going on right now, we all are still standing on the blood of those soldiers by those first set of soldiers we go fight Boko Haram, that 2010, 2011, 2012. That was like the brutal period. We'll be small children for Barracks, but we hear everything. My dad was the clerk. He was receiving signals of what was happening. We received videos of it. Was brutal then. But soldiers stood their ground. Soldiers stood their ground. Most Nigerians only know that they bombed some places, so, but they never knew how bad it was. You don't know them, but they know you. Somebody, you feel the checkpoint, person they drive, they come, you know, say that person wears suicide vest. As you reach your checkpoint, all of them don't go. Soldiers pull them out from town, they fall back to bush. Despite it was tough. Now, the mistake the military made then was not going after them, waiting for them to come. Assuming the military go after them, back to back, hunt them that period. Then I never joined army. But I got most of this information from my dad because he was a clerk. Information, they like everything going on, and then they send soldiers from our barrack. Then they go. They left Adamawa, left Gombe, left Bauchi. They go focus from Borno State, enter forest, begin the knack local governments. Lives, thousands of lives, both civilians, military, police, even them. Thousands of people died because of Boko Haram. That 2011-12, Boko Haram became strong. That was when they felt like, okay, people don't invest in them. There were rumors that after Gaddafi died, that was when rifles and ammunition full Nigeria. And they tried to like avoid some things that I know about this whole situation because of let's say the hot everywhere now. I know my birthday now on Sunday. I know one. But then again, when the governments had the whole opportunity to handle the situation from the beginning, they overlook the size and the people called Boko Haram. They see them like small children, like play something, until evil people invested in them, gave them everything they needed. Especially when they go Borno State, go communities, go lay the camp, go lay, like they built. Sambisa Forest had everything. Sambisa Forest had everything. That was their headquarters. Other locations they go there, they go collect fuel for their hillocks, for their bikes. There was a video when they kidnapped those Chibok girls. There was a teacher that was kidnapped among them. If you watch one of Lucky Udu video when he interviewed the teacher said everything was there. He was comfortable there. They treated him nice, good food. Everything was there. Sambisa is big. When they first carried Chibok girls, now they carry them go first. They had everything. The evil people invested so much in them, but it got to a point they could not control them anymore. You guys will not understand. I know you have your feelings about the military right now because of this Justice Crack situation, but army don't they give their all to Nigeria for a long time. That part you will not understand it. Maybe 3-4 years ago, Nigerians started putting interest in what's going on in the country because it became so bad. Before, Nigerians, they only know the Boko Haram, they exist. They don't know what's going on there. After Shekau died, the first Shekau, the next another Shekau come outside again. Confusion everywhere. After the second Shekau died, Al-Banawi took over. After Al-Banawi, who can't even take over again, they had leaders. But around 2015, They really no believed, some of the followers no believed in Shekau leadership. They wanted more. That's why you go hear say Boko Haram separate. This disagreement started in 2015 and 2011. And that 2011 was when banditry started coming up because they founded gold in Zamfara. And some wealthy people, we'll do unboxing of bandits for the next video. This is unboxing of, unmasking of Boko Haram. Boko Haram became so powerful. Most people don't even know, say, there was a time they sent mercenaries to come help Nigerian military. Now, let me tell you something. The Nigerian military, they trained the Nigerian military on how to combat and handle external forces. To make you understand, say, internal forces are child's play. But why do you think it's difficult? Or why do you think it's been difficult for the military to handle this internal crisis since from 2010? Why do you think that? And I'll tell you, it's not because the army is not capable. The only reason Boko Haram became powerful is because evil people got involved in their business. Before they were nothing. And the Nigerian police force need to train their police beyond checkpoints. I know the police, they do work, they know how to investigate, they know how to go after criminals. We're not talking about those kind of criminals, we're talking about this level of criminals. The Nigerian police can track you easily. The Nigerian DSS can track you easily. But we're talking about this level and not this level. Sometimes all criminals will be criminals, so criminals pass criminals. These ones are dangerous terrorists. If the Nigerian police were trained to that extent right from time, that was their business and not the military. And since that period till now, you go see soldiers everywhere. Down to the point some soldiers, they follow civilians, they hold back, they go spray money for party. They've ridiculed the military. Before, you hardly see soldiers outside. Hardly. It got to a point, say, as a soldier, for you to leave the barrack, you need to have town pass. To pass gates. Soldiers don't have business outside. But now, everything they live on, they've stretched the Nigerian army. Where we say, if 400 soldiers are supposed to do this particular place, now 200 you go see. Because they need another 200 for this place. They need another 100 for this place. And now it's even worse because people don't want to join the military again. But there will always be people. Now, social media people need to join army. Let me be honest with you. Now, social media, it will surprise you. Now, social media, they need to join army. In real life, people are still joining the military because there's no job. There's no job. The unmasking of bandits, go do the next video. How bandits got to this point, how they started because of gold for Zamfara. I'm not talking about Fulani headsmen, I'm talking about bandits. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday in advance to me.